Hey group, happy Friday. It is your Coach B popping in here live. I bet you didn't expect me you didn't expect to see me on a Friday, but I wanted to just pop in here and then give you guys a little bit of motivation, even if you want to take it that way, going into your weekend. So I know it is week 2. We're starting to feel it. We're all tired. It's starting to sink in that this is going to be a lot of work. And then this is typically when I start to see people slack. And I don't mean slack in a bad way, like I'm totally giving up on this or anything like that, but it is when they start to get confident and comfortable, and they tend to, not be as attentive with their nutrition, and they tend to, not give it their all in their workouts. It's just little things that we need to pay attention to as we go into our journey, into week 3, especially going into the weekend, because I think I mentioned this analogy to you guys before, but willpower is kind of like a muscle. And when you, for example, when you start your day, it's really easy for you to have a really good breakfast. You set up, with your intention for the day, and then you're like, hi, Joseph, how are you? You go into your morning, you go into your day excited, thinking this is going to be a great day, and I'm going to do great, and I'm going to follow my nutrition plan, and drink all my water, and I'm going to kill that workout, and then everything's going to be fantastic. This is how we all start our days, right? And then we go into our breakfast, and it's this nice, big, healthy breakfast, and we do our workout, and we do great. And then lunchtime comes around, and it becomes a little bit harder to make that smarter choice. And then by the time nighttime comes around, it's just like all out the window, because you've used up all your motivation, all your willpower throughout the day. And like a muscle, like if you pick up let's say you pick up a weight, right? Like a little 5-pound dumbbell, and you pick it up in the morning and you start flexing it, and you're like, what's a 5 pound? I can do this all day. And then you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it. By like an hour later, your arm's going to be wanting to fall off, right? Because you've used up the power in that muscle. The same thing happens to your willpower. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as you go into the weekend, because you start off Monday great, but as you head into Friday, and this is why so typically people say, well, I do great during the week and then I fall off during the weekend. Maybe you start to slack a little bit and get a little too comfortable, and you use up your willpower. So all that is like a recipe for disaster. And then you just throw out everything out the window, and then you end up, and there's nothing wrong with that, but then on Monday you feel defeated, you feel like you failed, you feel like, why am I even bothering? I can't, and you get down on yourself. And this is the cycle that most people go through. So how about you reverse it, and you go into the weekend as if it was a Monday, and you say, I'm going to crush this weekend. And it's a mindset thing. It's not so much that your body can't do it. It's not so much that your mind can't do it. It's just you acknowledging that this is going to be a hard time for you, and you going in with that little extra in your step, you know what I mean? Knowing that you're going to face hard decisions, and that you're going to be more tempted than usual, but you're just not going to fall into that, because that's not who you are anymore. So you just need to adopt that new mentality, adopt that new personality, kind of. It's almost like that. And you speak your truth over the things, the negative voices that come in your head. And it may be that you look like a crazy person speaking over these things, and people are like, what the heck? And no, I can do this. I got this. I'm going to make the better choice. And you may on the outside look like a crazy person, but guys, I promise you, it's the only thing that works. And sometimes just being, calling your coach, or talking, or maybe pairing up with somebody in a group and being accountability buddies for the weekend, find someone who struggles just like you, and you guys can talk to each other over the weekend, and you will lift each other up when you need it the most. It is hard, guys. It's not going to be easy. It is a transition. You guys are leaving old habits that you probably took years to build, to change into something else. And so now, only 2 weeks into it, it's when you really start to get tired of it. It's when your willpower muscle starts to get tired. So you need to, how are you going to do this differently this time? And this is how you do it. You have to try different things that you haven't tried before. And so I decided to pop in here live and give you these tips, because I know that they work. So if you're committed and if you have decided that this is something that you're going to do, you're going to see through the 8 weeks, this is the time to put on your armor and know that you're going into battle, because it is a weekend and it is going to be hard. And you know what? Shane O'Brien and I had our cheat day on Wednesday because it was my mother-in-law's birthday. And so we went out to birthday dinner, and of course she likes wine. So I had a glass of wine. I had actually 2 glasses of wine that night with her. And the menu didn't have anything that was really good. So I ended up eating a little bit of pasta, and I was like, it's not a problem. It's Wednesday's cheat days. Now that means the weekend we cannot cheat because we both cheated on Wednesday. So now we're going into Saturday, Sunday, knowing that it's going to be a battle because we're going to have friends over, and it's hard. So this is good for us because we rely on each other. We can, cheer each other on, but a lot of times you guys are doing this on your own, and you might not have that one person that's going to tell you don't eat that. We already had cheat day, and keep that in mind. And then you might not have that. So this is why I am in here telling you guys, find yourself a partner to go on through to the weekend with. If you need a partner, just message your coach, let them know that you want a partner, and then maybe your coach can be your partner, or maybe they can assign you somebody that would help you. A lot of times people in here can relate to other people who have similar jobs or maybe a similar lifestyle. A mom would like to talk to a mom or something like that, or a guy would like to talk to a guy. So it doesn't matter what your preference is. We'll be happy to pair you up with someone so you have that extra little motivation, somebody to kind of like talk you up and talk you off the ledge when you're there. So that's what I had going. Just have that mentality. Just go into the weekend knowing that it's going to be a little bit harder than it is on Monday, and that's okay. That's human. That doesn't mean you're failing. And then also know that if you do for some reason give in and do something, that's not the end of the world. It's a weekend. If you cheat, if you were like Shane and I and you end up going out to dinner and you cheat, just remember the next day you can't cheat, and then you go back to your plan and you just go and you just push on, because you guys, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but you can make it so that it is a journey and you're learning what situations tempt you the most, and where, what works for you in terms of like fighting those temptations and all that stuff, because this plant's supposed to be flexible. So you have that little bit of wiggle room in there. Don't freak yourself out like thinking that you think you need to be perfect. I'm guilty of that. So I wanted to make sure that, the people that can relate to me and my little need for perfection can understand that it doesn't have to be perfect. The minute you give yourself grace to be human, to live your life and to enjoy it, to enjoy the weekend, that's the moment when this becomes something that is long-term. That's something that you're going to carry with you forever. And it's not one cheat that's going to make you throw everything out the window. It really isn't, you guys. It's repeating the cheats. So as long as you're learning and knowing like what tempts you and how to fight that off, the better off you're going to be. And this is how you make this a lifestyle. So hopefully this is helpful. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. I will be disconnecting from the phone and everything because that's what I've been doing the weekends. I'm doing that phone down Friday. So it's a fun thing. I just put the phone away and I don't see it again until tomorrow. So I'll be disconnecting later this evening. So I will be a little bit unavailable. I actually advise you guys try it. It's really, really cool. It's a way to cleanse your mind too. So if you would like to try it, do it. You'll probably like surprise yourself how awesome it is. And that is that. So if you guys need help, just let me know. I'm here working this afternoon. I'll be happy to help in whatever way I can. If you have questions, post them in the comments, and we're here for you. All right? Have an awesome weekend. Bye. See you guys later.